Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out another knife from Tenable EDC Knives and Tools, right? If you guys don't know Tenable, they are the budget subsidiary of Kansept Knives, and they bring you some unique models to the Tenable line. They also bring you some of the premium models from the Kansept line over to a more budget-friendly, lineup here with Tenable. So that's also a win-win for the community. Maybe there is a design that you like on the Kansept lineup, but maybe it's too pricey for you, or you don't have the funds. Well, chances are they have it on the Tenable lineup, and it's going to be way more affordable for you to pick it up. So definitely this knife and every other knife that you see in this video will be linked down below in the description in the pinned comments, so definitely check them out. It does help out the channel when you use those links. That's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Doing the honors today, we got the recently unboxed Rafe L, right? This sounds like a Ninja Turtle, I promise you. It's spelled Rafe L, just like you can see there. It is a 4T5 design, and I just did an unbox on this bad boy. This thing is savage, right? It's a great cardboard destroyer, multiple deployment options, and it is actually way more affordable than ever now that it is on the Tenable lineup. So that's the whole deal here with Tenable knives, right? Their knives are more affordable there on the Tenable lineup, and so you're able to pick them up at a more affordable price. What are we working with today? We have, let's take a look here, we have the Fenrir. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are checking out the Fenrir here for the first time. I know the Fenrir has been a model on the Kansept knives lineup for a while, but it is now more affordable than ever here. We have 3.45 inches on the blade. It is a Sparrow Knife Works collaboration. We have gray titanium, coated 14C28N, and light sand G10. So let's go ahead and, without further ado, get in here. Boom. All right, let's check out the Fenrir, right? Sparrow Knife Works has some pretty cool designs. We'll take a look at the Thoth here in a moment as well. I got a chance to check out that design from him as well. And he makes some pretty sweet custom knives too. So out of the box, we got the Tenable wiping cloth there. We have the kind of warranty, right? If you want to check out their social media, you can go ahead and scan that on screen there. We have the typical stuff, their warranty information. Feel free to pause the video there if you want to read through that. You are more than welcome to. And here is the knife. We got a sticker on this one. Bam, the Fenrir. Gonna have a skeleton skull there from Tenable Knives and a logo of the knife, right? Spoiler alert, this may or may not be what the knife looks like. Or actually is exactly what the knife looks like. So let's go ahead and find out together here, shall we? Right, got bubble wrap and a plastic wrap on this one. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Fenrir, right, in its full glory. Right, there's that G10, right? It's kind of like a tan G10 going on here. Sandwich construction proud liners and two stand-ups. We do have a deep carry pocket clip, which is also reversible, right? So lefties rejoice out there. This knife is lefty friendly. We do have thumb studs here for deployment, and we have a button. Looks like a traditional plunge lock button lock, right? So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Bam! Oh man. Oh man, that is something, right? That is a sight to behold in person. I've seen this knife across social media and other channels, but I'll tell you what, having this thing on hand right now and checking it out in person, this is a whole different ball game. It's a whole different experience, right? There is that skull logo there, right, from Sparrow Knife Works, Greg Schwab design, the Fenrir. And then on the other side, we have the Tenable logo, the model name, and of course 14C28N steel. As far as the blade goes, this is an interesting one. So it's kind of like a harpoon clip point blade, right? Get the blade police out here, right? Definitely a harpoon clip point blade. It looks like to me, right? Flat grind on this thing, looking pretty good. And man, can I just get all the oil? Thank you. I keep wiping it and I keep seeing oil on the blade. Obviously that's there so that the knife can be pristine when you pick it up. This is just brand new. You saw me take it out of the box. So plunge lock, button lock, right? In case you guys are not familiar with how this works. We have a cylinder there under tension and a cutout on the tang of the blade, which you can actually see right there. So as that lines up, that is going to lock the blade in place. And when you push the button, it lets go of the blade. And it also goes back in like that, right, to keep the blade closed. Also works as a D10 because we actually don't have a D10 ball on this guy. So it's going to be, honestly, yeah, a very fidgety knife, right? This thing is on ball bearings. And man, oh man, those are some crazy ball bearings I can already see. So fidgety knife all day, every day. I'm glad they made it reversible pocket clip because, by nature, it is a ambidextrous friendly knife, right? I'm using it here with my left hand. Take a look. And obviously, you guys know my left hand has no dexterity whatsoever. I'm a righty. So there we go. Thumb deployment is good, right? Pretty snappy. Reverse flick is good. I'm trying to use the nail, right? Obviously, I can use the meat of my middle finger, but can I use the nail? Let me see. There we go. I can. It requires for me to grip it a specific way, like that. So that is, man, that is some good action right there. I never checked out the Kansept version of this guy. I think the first time I saw this knife was on Tim School of Fish channel. And yeah, I was blown away by this guy. So check out the ergonomics on this guy. So that poon, the harpoon right there is going to be perfect for your thumb. Obviously full purchase. I have average hands, not the biggest or smallest of hands. But I'm able to get a full purchase here, right? Pocket clip is actually pretty comfortable. A good 9.5 out of 10. If I squeeze really hard, obviously I feel it there. But other than that, it's pretty good. Am I noticing something, right? Are they putting T8 screws on these things? Hold on. Get out my tools here. Get out my Spyderco Torx bits here. Let me see. We got T8 in the pivot and we have T8 in the body screw. So why am I getting excited about this? Well, for the longest time, Kansept has been putting T6 on all their knives, right? Period. Right? Even the two that I'm going to show you in just a moment for size comparisons, those all have T6 screws, and we actually have T8 on these budget ones, which is awesome. That is absolutely a win right there, so I'm excited for that. See, on the bigger hardware, obviously the idea is that a knife is a T6 is more likely to strip than a T8, so T8 is more preferable. But yeah, all in all, good action here. And of course, you got that ramp for the thumb there, but check out this very nice finger choil situation here. That's looking pretty good. So you can forward choke on this bad boy and either choose to leave your thumb there or put your thumb on the blade. That's also pretty nice, right? Depending on what type of cut you're doing, what type of slicing you're doing, right? And needless to say, the moment you push that button, right, it drop shuts very, very nicely as well. Check it out. I also know there were some Blade HQ exclusives of this guy that recently dropped, so I have a link to those guys down there in the description and pinned comments as well, so you guys can check those out also. So good ergos, good action, right? We'll do our scientific test in a moment. Here it is next to the Rafe L. It's going to be a little bit bigger, right? Definitely going to have a very pokey blade there, no doubt. You can see. And here is the Prometheus, right? The Prometheus is a little bit shorter. The Rafe L is shorter as well. Right, those are two other models in the Tenable lineup. I got two other guys in the Kansept lineup. Check out the Cybin right here, looking pretty sweet. It's a little bit shorter, but with premium materials, titanium and S35 VN. And speaking of Sparrow Knife Works, right, you recognize that logo right there, right? That's the same logo on this guy. Yeah, same guy, same dude, right? So there you go. The Thoth, Thoth on this guy, right? We got carbon fiber, we got titanium. 20 CV hollow ground. The hollow ground on this thing is insane. It's just a looker. It's just beautiful. Very, very awesome. Tanto sheep's foot blade combo there. Also a little bit of a harpoon. I mean, his geometry is spectacular, right? The way he does geometries on blades. So definitely very unique work from Sparrow Knife Works. Right, check out the unboxings on those two if you haven't already. Right, pretty sweet. More on the premium end of things. Right, who knows if down the line, right, these designs from Kansept knives will also make it to the Tenable lineup. It's a very high possibility. Let's do some more of the typical ones in the channel. There's your Manix 2. There is your Yojimbo 2. So the Fenrir is actually going to be just a hair bigger. Honestly, just a hair bigger, right? But very comparable. Definitely in the same ballpark vicinity, if you would. Here's that Demko AD 20.5 and the Shark Cub, right? Those are going to be a little bit shorter. Fenrir takes the cake there, right, lengthwise. Right, some slightly bigger EDCs. Also on the budget end of things, there's the Civivi Vision FG and the Kizer Militaw. These are both pretty sweet as well in their own right. Very comparable overall size. And last but not least, speaking of great EDC knives, there's that new Vosteed Porcupine with their button liner lock. And here is the CJRB Bowie Pyrite as well. Again, all of these are going to be linked down below if you guys are interested in checking them out. They'll help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Hopefully you own some of these knives, right? So if you know, size-wise, kind of gives you a ballpark where this guy lands. And man, forward choke spot, right? This feels home. Feels like a home right here. So let's go ahead and get scientific with it. I got a piece of textbook paper here, so I'm just going to go ahead and get you the 5x zoom cutting. There we go. All right, let's see how that goes. And make sure I'm in frame. Yeah, definitely going through that paper pretty well there. Let's get some full slices. Bam, right? We did say this was 14C, 28N. And wow, that is sharp. Got very toothy edge. Also very pokey tip there. So if you want to do like a thrust cut, right? Stab into something and cut as you open a package. Cut some boxes, whatever the case may be. Absolutely. This guy is going to be a heck of a knife, without a doubt. The Fenrir. Let's put it against some everyday cardboard here. Got a dual wall piece of cardboard from an Amazon box. So remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but at an angle like that. So it's going to look something like this. Again, flat grind on this bad boy. Here we go. Wow. Yup. Honestly, I mean, it's, you know, it's feeling pretty effortless, to say the least. That is as effortless as it gets. And again, it's dual wall cardboard. If it were single wall, it will go through the material even easier, right? So yeah, definitely going through that cardboard like nobody's business. Loving the coat on this one. 14C 28N is already corrosion resistant enough, but with this nice coat, right? Kind of goes, right? With the whole theme, it matches the hardware, it matches the aligners, right? The pocket clip. It's actually pretty well milled on the inside, in case you're wondering, for weight reduction. You can see how milled it is there on the inside. Trying to find a good angle here. There you go. So yeah, you guys rate it in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. Obviously 10 being the sharpest, but yeah, this thing is business. Straight up performance at your fingertips. Absolutely no doubt about that. Right, checking the lock up here, rock solid, no side to side, no up and down of any kind. It is a button lock, you know, plunge lock, button lock. So let's get the subscribe 2x4 here. And let's see how this guy does. Let me get my fingers out the way. All right, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Pretty solid, right? The other thing too is sometimes button locks can have a little bit of button stick, right? A little bit of stick to them, but no, this one's tuned pretty good. Right, you're able to push the button, it comes out. There's no stick of any kind, right? Rock solid, no up and down, no side to side, no pivot lash, none of that nonsense. So really nice, and it survived the whack test for what that's worth. Well, there you guys have it, the Fenrir from Tenable Knives, right? More affordable than ever. This thing is sweet, right? They gave it the works. I mean, if you really love this design, I don't see why you wouldn't. And, you know, maybe the price on the Kansept lineup was an issue. I mean, right now, this thing is super affordable. By the way, I can't understate how grippy that G10 is. Like, if you walk into the Vaseline factory with this thing, like Nick Shavas will say, you'll be okay. Even with no additional jimping anywhere else, right? That is one grippy G10 right there. Loving the whole tan aesthetics to it. That's looking pretty good. But you guys let me know your thoughts on this, guys, right? Your comments, concerns, questions, guys. Let's hang out in the comment section. What do you like about this knife? Perhaps what do you dislike, if anything? Any questions you may have? Of course, this was just a raw first impressions video, right? This is not a review in any way, shape, or form. I will be carrying this guy here for some time and coming back to you with a comprehensive review video in the very near future, right? Some takeaways. This thing is super fidgety, very well executed, amazing ball bearing action there, thumb deployment, reverse flick, right, button, plunge lock, button lock, the works. So also not going to break the bank at all. So I'll have this guy linked down below, just like every other knife you saw in this video. If you're interested on checking any of them out, picking one up for yourself. Shout out to Tenable for sending this one in for me to share with you guys. And of course, shout out to my Patreon supporters for supporting what I do here on YouTube. You guys can support the channel on Patreon or right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You guys will get access to exclusive perks. I'll go ahead and put a video to the Rafe L right there to your left. And if you like Spare Knife Works designs, check out the Thoth right there on the right. Can't go wrong with either one of those guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it to the end, you are the real MVP. Appreciate every single one of you, your love and support. Take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.